a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Clemson Tigers taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, running back on the move. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. He hurls one deep down the left side. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space.
Off he goes! Running inside the 20. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First down for this offense. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
To throw, it's Milroe. Floating away. He's looking on the right side. He holds it in and nobody's close. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now it sends it downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Single back formation, and they give it to it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Unloads to the right. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He wants to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown tie.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Vanderbilt opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone, didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kickoff team out there getting set. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Moving past the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understand.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball. And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Milroe. On the run, still looking. Makes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going. He'll toss it. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Going for the return. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one.
And here's the third interception of the night. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown time! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Coming after him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got, who subs in, is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think we saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
The completion well past the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Time to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Here we go.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I love this offense, staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking for a crease to the left. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Showing off the arms. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Now on second down. Got the first down and more. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Runs through a tackle. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Scanning the field, it's Milroe. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments and find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
On first down, here comes this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They go right back to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense...
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back.
Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Klubnik. Firing to the right, complete. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Still running at the 40. Afterburners coming. At the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Nice strike, big play in the passing games. I tell you what, find your mismatches, find your advantages, what you do well, and do it again. And then again. And then we know how long we do it again. Keep attacking.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Offense needs a couple of yards on fourth down. Remember, they can get the first down without getting it into the end zone. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, any way against just about any opponent. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Scrambling away. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. He's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Got his man quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 56, Clemson 24.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your...
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score, Alabama 56, Clemson 34.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Dances away to buy time. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Smashes through the tackle. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out, there he goes. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's going to pass on second down. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going up.
And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. Got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll heave it deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
He'll just keep slinging it. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover got...
And the defense got him at the 27.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Big 1st down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Feeling some heat. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. At midfield, he's got room. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to him. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Pocket starts to collapse. Takes a hit as he fires. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Dances away from the heat. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man by himself. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that out.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He's going up top. Grabs it inside the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce.
Lasso! Lasso! Cut! Anchor!
Dropping back, it's Milroe. He makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet and not...
Going to let it fly. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football.
Gonna take a shot. And he'll make the catch at the 15. Touchdown tie. And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Throws toward the end zone. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying